Hi everyone, C Chronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're joining me here for the first time, my content is mostly fragrance reviews, but I throw in some fashion videos, lifestyle content, and some vlogs. So if that sounds like something that interests you, please do consider subscribing before leaving. I'd appreciate you joining the family. Now, if you're not new and you're returning, thank you so much for always supporting me. You are appreciated. Guys, do give me a follow on Instagram. I go by the name C Chronicles there. Now to the business of the day. I have a fragrance from Lattafa Pride collection that I'm here to review for you. Today we're going to be talking about Lattafa Pride Royal Sapphire. Okay, I picked this up as soon as the stockist said they had stock, because if you remember, I did bring you almost the entire Lattafa Pride collection except for about maybe 6 or something. So they do have some in the store, and I did manage to sniff all of them. I'm going to give you details of the other ones in a separate video, and I decided to purchase this one. So this is how it looks like. Fragrance is tucked in there. There is a blue one that is the counterpart to this one, but I did not purchase. It sits snugly there so it won't fall out. I actually had to use a little bit of some force to get it out, so it's not the sort that will fall out when you're taking it out, which is good. So this is Royal Sapphire. I was saying there is a blue one. The blue one smells a lot aquatic, so I did not purchase that. I'm going to give my arm or my hand a couple of sprays there. That's the atomizer for people who care to know. I like that atomizer. And as it dries down, I'm going to give you the notes. Okay, so this is the red one, which is Royal Sapphire. It also comes with a pamphlet, so this makes it a lot easier for us to find the notes. It has mandarin at the top and some lemon, as well as some saffron, and then the meat of this fragrance has jasmine and some rose. The base has musk, vanilla, and some ambergris. So those are the notes. Okay, so like I said, I did smell this one. This is a lot aquatic. I did not buy it, but I will give you a brief explanation of it in the future video. So Royal Sapphire by Lattafa Pride opens up with a very loud citrusy opening. I get a lot of mandarin orange than I do the lemon, so it is zesty, but it's not soury. It is like a honeyed, very sweet, juicy opening, which is quite loud. So that is what you're going to get here. Just after that, you get a saffron. It is very heavy in saffron, and then this saffron comes across as very masculine leaning. So this fragrance, what made me purchase it, besides being very masculine, because I don't like too masculine fragrances, I purchased this one because it has like a sweetness, a very rich sweetness that you cannot ignore. So it has that jammy sweetness. They're very syrupy sweetness, and then in the mid, like I did say, it does have the rose. So the rose comes across as a very syrupy, like a jammy rose. So in as much as it is obviously masculine in nature, it does lean towards the unisexness because of that sweetness that you get there. So you're gonna know immediately, and that is what drew me to this one. Now, after purchasing this one, after smelling all of them, which I do have a few regrets because I should have purchased something else, about 45 minutes later, I start to get wafts of Baccarat Rouge 540, right? Now, I'm not going to say this is a Baccarat Rouge 540 dupe. There is some tweaks there. I think this is more in line with a Mancera Instant Crush dupe, right? So if I've lost you there as to why I mentioned Baccarat Rouge, that is, if you've smelled both perfumes, you would know that they both smell the same. Instant Crush and Baccarat Rouge 540, Mancera Instant Crush and Baccarat Rouge 540 are similar in nature. The difference is being there is a spiciness that I get here. This is why I said it leans more towards the Instant Crush than it does Baccarat Rouge, because I get a lot of spiciness. I get a lot of masculine herbs there. There's something that feels like ginger, although they didn't mention it, but I get a lot of spiciness in here. And no, this is not going to be similar to Opulent Musk, because I know they did Opulent Musk, and now Opulent Musk also has wafts of Baccarat Rouge. Okay, what they've done with this one is, just like me, if you don't watch this review and you walk in the shop and you spray it, you're going to think, oh, this is an interesting fragrance that I've never smelled before. Citrusy, spicy, that sort of thing. Until you start to get those wafts of Baccarat Rouge 540, or at least Mancera's Instant Crush, okay? Why I am not going to 100% confirm Mancera Instant Crush is I did smell it a while ago, and I don't have it within my collection. But I can tell you that there is a very prominent Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA here. And if you can't get past that, this is not going to be something that you may want. It smells like a masculine version of Baccarat Rouge 540. This is going to be a fragrance that if you're a man and you don't like the fact that Baccarat Rouge is very sweet and candy-like, and caramelly and all that, you're probably going to like this one because it does have that spiciness to it, a very loud spiciness to it, something that feels like ginger, and also a very, very loud saffron. The saffron in here is a bit in very high doses, okay? I get a lot of saffron here. So absolutely something that to my nose smelled so good in the opening, but I'm a bit underwhelmed because I was expecting something better from Lattafa. I was expecting something more challenging because they've already, they already have 2 dupes of Baccarat Rouge 540. They have Aura, they have Anna Beard Rouge, they have, to bring another one, albeit inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540, I was expecting better. I was expecting, if they're going to put the time and energy to dupe some of these fragrances, duplicating them really doesn't make any sense. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt that this is not 100% duplicate. But if you've smelt Instant Crush and Baccarat Rouge 540, especially Baccarat Rouge 540, there's no way they can say there was no inspiration here. This is so parallel to those 2 fragrances. So maybe in their defense they're gonna say it's Instant Crush, but what is the point? Because after reviewing, I reviewed most, if not I reviewed most except for 6. So now this is just 5 short, from the Lattafa Pride collection. I was expecting something different, but the collection is turning out to be dupes in disguise, like Eternal Oud. Very raved about, people loved it, but it turned out to be a grand swore dupe, so to put all that work and not come out with maybe, of course it's a dupe house, so I'm not expecting anything original, but I'm talking in terms of come out with something different, come out with Killian Love Don't Be Shy. It's been done by Al Haramain and Orientica, but it's not that popular within the dupes. I mean, okay, yes, Dossier has one, but it's not that popular. Why replicate something that is already a broken record? That is the only thing that I have a problem with this. But otherwise, in its own right, if you're looking for a fragrance that is gonna have that beastly projection, which Baccarat Rouge does not have, I'm not sure if Instant Crush has by Mancera, this one has got a beastly projection. This one is gonna be your Baccarat without trying too much to be Baccarat. It's gonna be your Baccarat leaning more masculine. It's going to last all day. Mine lasts till the next wash. People around me can smell it. It projects like crazy. This is not a fragrance that you wear if you don't want to be seen. This is a fragrance you enter a space, you take over, that sort of thing. So it does have its pluses in the sense that it is very long lasting and loud. But in terms of my expectations, I was thinking maybe this is going to be duping, something along the lines of a Bodicea, that sort of thing, something more challenging, something more interesting. And I know Baccarat Rouge is challenging and interesting, but it's overly done now to a point where if you put your nose on that, it has become a been there, done that, worn the t-shirt kind of fragrance. So I wasn't really expecting this to be in the same vein as that. But in terms of presentation, as always, these guys nail it, and maybe I should have just guessed. I mean, just looking at the box, you can tell this is how, the combination of red and white maybe should have been a telltale sign to me, but I was thrown off. And it's another reason why, you always should smell, go, come back after 2 hours or so, or even the next day, because I, could have sworn that this was a different fragrance than what I had in the dry down. And this Baccarat Rouge wafts take a long time to come through, like 30-45 minutes. So you wear this and you're 100% sure I've got myself a citrusy jam here, and then it starts turning into that it starts giving you off that plasticiness, that syntheticness, that burnt sugar kind of feel, with of course that herbal masculine feel. But like I said, it's not not departing its way a lot from the Baccarat Rouge DNA, which is something that is underwhelming to me. But thank you so much. I mean, if you want it and you're a man, I think this is going to tick your boxes. The price is right as well, but it's not a very unique fragrance, at least to my nose. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Let's meet in the comment section. Let me know if you have this or you're looking forward to buying this. Let me know of other Lattafas that actually smell the same. Let's discuss in the comment section. Like this video if you like it. Turn on post notifications. That way you will be notified anytime I upload a video. CeeChronicles is my name, signing out. And remember, guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.